Welcome to J.R. Hendrick Texas Night, podcast that deals with the early life of yours truly. And now, narrating for the Tour of Public Affairs, Deming. 12:10 a.m. Eastern. President Clinton is sitting in the White House library thinking about his itinerary for the day. He had to have a public meeting to commemorate the 25th anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing and walk. Then he had a meeting with Erskine Bowles, followed by a national security meeting at 1. And then after that, another meeting with National Security Advisor Tony Lake. 1:30 a.m. Eastern. President Clinton is on the Truman balcony of the White House. 1:30 p.m. Eastern. President Clinton is on the Truman balcony of the White House. He is tickled pink that Jim Hendrick has been sent to Texas, but he has no idea of where this could lead. That Jim was about ready to endorse George W. Bush for governor of Texas. 1 p.m. Central. Jim is up in his sweet living room watching TV. The show was called Let's Be Gone Fishing Again. It was a syndicated series that began in 1985 that he watched while he was working in Nashville. But now that he's watching it again, it has special meaning. Six a.m. Eastern. J.R. wakes up and gathers himself. He decides to take a walk into the kitchen part of his parents' mansions, in the back rooms, the offices and everything. Eight p.m. After 8 a.m. Central. After breakfast, Betsy decides to go out and go shopping. They'd had a wonderful breakfast of French toast, but now she was ready to head to Neiman Marcus. 10 a.m. Eastern. J.R. had just left the second floor library of the Ascension Christian College Arts and Humanities building at the Ascension Hills part of Washington, D.C. He then heads toward a limo to get ready to head back to the mansion. 10 a.m. Central. Jim showers and is getting ready to change when his cell phone rings. It's Betsy, talking about what she found at Neiman Marcus. 12 p.m. Central. 12 p.m. Eastern. In the reception room, J.R. gets a plate of burgers, tater tots, and a Dr. Pepper, and goes and sits across from Holly Hawthorne. Your girl, Miss Walker, had a nice talk with her at breakfast. She told me to leave you alone. I thought we had an understanding, J.R. said. Well, we do now. How would you like to come over to my condo in Georgetown Saturday? Tea time? Okay, fine, J.R. said. but I can only be there for an hour. That's okay. Look, here's my address. I typed it up for you. You can be there, no problem. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, Ollie. I'll be there. I promise, Gerald said. "12 p.m. Central. In Houston, Jim is briefing 4 SBDC directors about the Access to Education program that had just been vamped up by the Clinton administration. 2 p.m. Central. Emily Cummings takes JR to a briefing at the Heritage Society with Texas Senator Bob Dole, Texas Representative Dick Armey, and Dr. Kenneth Thompson to discuss the issues of taxes and the economy. 2 p.m. Central. At the Hyatt Hotel Ballroom, Jim is attending a campaign rally for Kay Bailey Hutchison for Senate. 3 p.m. No, 4 p.m. Central. No, 4 p.m. Eastern, rather. JR arrives back at the mansion and sits in the apartment with Bill Hume. They are debating sexual harassment ethics. Sex is okay and to be enjoyed for pleasure, and whatever means necessary, including exploitation, JR protested. Including exploitation, Bill said in his argument. You know, don't criticize me. Your father probably does the same thing. Leave my father out of this, JR said. Now look, I go by a Christian biblical ethics towards sexual harassment, and it's wrong. He gets his things and goes to his suite to study for tomorrow's ethics class. Yesterday, he had been in a much better mood hanging out with Bill Hume, playing Street Fighter, even though Bill beat the pants out of him. "4 p.m. Jim and at 4 p.m. Central. Jim and Betsy decide to go for 3 p.m. Central. Jim is up on the platform speaking, making his endorsement for Kay Bailey Hutchison. 4 p.m. Central. Jim and Betsy go into the hotel indoor swimming pool to go for a 30-minute swim before getting ready to attend the Bush dinner. 6 p.m. Eastern. JR orders some hamburgers that he enjoys eating alone in his room, studying for his ethics class tomorrow. 6 p.m. Central. At the Aloft Hotel Ballroom, the rally for George W. Bush gets ready to begin. 8 p.m. Eastern. JR feels the urge to mope, so instead he puts on his swimming trunks and goes down to the mansion pool. Who should he run into there but his girl for the summer, Hannah Walker. 8 p.m. Central. Jim is now on the platform announcing his full endorsement of George W. Bush for governor of Texas. 9 p.m. Back in the hotel in Houston, Jim and Betsy get ready to relax and prepare for a festive day tomorrow as they go to Galveston for a few more political rallies. 10:45 p.m. Eastern. JR is in his suite. He finishes studying and gets ready to tuck himself in bed tonight before getting ready for tomorrow's events. Hope you enjoyed us in the J.R. Hendrick Texan Night. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of the adventure. It's J.R. Hendrick saying until next time, get ready for the rest of the story. I promise you, it's going to be a bit bumpy from here.